Today we're going to be using Pixlr to digitally edit our images. Pixlr is an online photo editing program similar to Photoshop. Use Google Chrome and in your browser type www.pixlr.com/editor. Do not use Pixlr X. When you get to this screen, you need to enable Flash. And then you need to allow Flash to run. Click through like you know you're supposed to be here, because you are. This is the Pixlr home screen. Today we are going to create a new image. That's the first option. Right now our page is set up as a landscape. We want to set it up as a portrait. So you need to switch the width and the height. For width, type 600, and for height, type 800. Name the project Pop Art. Once it says Pop Art and 600 by 800, you're going to click OK. This should give you a portrait style blank white page. Portrait style means that it's long ways up and down. Now we need to add in the photograph that we found last week. To add in the photograph, you're going to click on the Layer tab at the top of your screen, and then you're going to select Open Image as Layer, the fourth one down. Find your photograph and open it up. For most of us, our photograph is not going to be the correct size. So we need to transform the size. Mine is too small. Some of yours might be too big. To transform, you need to go to the Edit tab at the top of your screen, and then go about halfway down and select Free Transform. Hold down the Shift key while you change the size. This project is a portrait project, which means that we should be focused on the head with possibly the neck and shoulders. Do not use the full body for this project. Once it's the size that you want, hit the Enter key on your keyboard to apply the changes. Now we need to create grayscale in the image. In the Adjustment tab at the top of your screen, select the second option, Hue and Saturation. Hue is color and saturation is how much color. We don't want any color, so take your saturation toggle and move it all the way to the left. This should give you an image in grayscale. When you're done, click OK. We need an image, however, that is only black and white with no gray in between. So we're going to go back to the Adjustment tab, and we're going to go almost to the bottom where it says Posterize. Select Posterize, second from the bottom. You want to change your levels to 3 and click OK. We're almost there. We now have an image that is mostly black and gray and white, but there's only 3 different levels. One more step. Go back to the Adjustment tab again. This time, select Brightness and Contrast, the very first option. Brightness and Contrast in the Adjustment tab. This is the last step. You need to adjust the brightness and the contrast so that the image becomes all black and white, with no gray visible. For each photograph, these toggles will need to be in a slightly different place. I would recommend that the contrast be at 100 and that you adjust the brightness toggle to where you need it to be so that you have a black and white image. The person's face should still be recognizable. When you're finished, click OK. At this point, you need to save your work. So go to the File tab and click Save. Your project name should be Pop Art. The format should be JPEG. Click OK and make sure that you remember where you save this image. To turn in your work, you need to print it out. Open up your files, find your image, and print it. You need to print this photo as a 3.5 by 5-inch photo. If you print it too big, it will not fit on your printing plate next week when we transfer it. Print your photo as a 3.5 by 5-inch photo and print it to your school's black and white printer. Once you print, close out of your laptop. Quietly and respectfully go pick up your image, write your name on it, and turn it in to Mrs. Sayer.